Hello everyone, welcome to week 12 of manufacturing 256 CNC2. Things plodding along here, starting to wrap things up, thinking about how we're going to close things down. There's a little bit of discussion this week, emails from the school, so they're trying to come up with some ideas of how we can do this. So you'll probably be hearing from Steve in the next week or two, thinking about how we're going to do this. With our course, a little bit of a slowdown again, or drop off this week. I think I have like 18 finished the assignment. So just because I'm doing away with late penalties or anything, you want to make sure that you're still getting this done. You don't want to dig yourself a big hole and the final week or two here try to get things done, because we will be sending out some type of final exam. They said maybe like a packet or something like that, or some of the instructors are going to do some online stuff. So again, don't put yourself in a big hole at the final couple weeks here. Make sure you're getting your work done, not just my course but any of them. So that was last week's assignment. I think I got a little bit of feedback from you guys, which was nice. I asked for it, and you said you seem to be enjoying this. I wouldn't say enjoying, but this Haas program is informative for you, and the workload seems to be manageable. So that's good to hear. Just keep in mind with this Haas certification course, when this COVID stuff is done, you're going to have the opportunity to go up to the Haas factory outlet up in Windsor and get a Haas certified trained certificate. So that's going to be in addition to anything that the college gives you. You finish your certificate there. If we do the NIMS testing, I think they're trying in August for that, and then you'll have the potential. It's going to be on your own time, but to get up to that Haas factory outlet, and again, that's another great networking opportunity. All right, if you go through their training program, go up there to the Windsor office. They're local, Connecticut local, but as their sales reps are out and about talking to different shops, looking for machinists, I'm sure they, with your permission, these Haas salespeople are probably going to be sharing your information with them. We have these Haas certified operators that are in your particular area, and might be another opportunity for you. So that, and just you'll see some neat stuff up there. I'm not sure. I've been up to the Haas showroom a few times for different seminars and whatnot, and they've always got different cool stuff, different machines set up up there. So any opportunity you get to go to any kind of trade show, seminar, get a tour of another shop, that's just more information you can learn. You can learn a lot just by keeping your eyes open and walking around and seeing how other people do things. So those of you that have stuck with it this far, there will be a benefit to you if you finish this Haas training program. So all right, just in general this week at work, we're still extremely busy. Again, they've, on the medical side, on the extrusion side, they've prioritized all the jobs that have anything to do with COVID related, whether it's breathing tubes that we make, or some of the pain management devices, catheters, things like that. We've had kind of an explosion in orders on 3 or 4 products in particular that they're prioritizing. They've actually pulled some office people down to help with packaging, things like that, just to get stuff out the door as fast as we can. So on the machine shop side, we're still extremely busy. A lot of it's defense related. The submarine stuff is still booming. We've probably quoted probably close to another $500,000 worth of work this week. I know I mentioned before, we typically only do a little over $2 million a year, so anytime we get a big quote package out like that, that's pretty huge for us. We're actually starting to worry that a lot of this stuff is going to start trickling in, where we just don't have the people to handle it. So we're potentially going to be hiring here in the next few weeks too, or next month or so, maybe, as some of these quotes start coming back to us. So on the COVID front, it seems like things are starting to level off. There's a lot of talk now about how they're going to reopen things, and so that's good news for all of us. Especially you guys out there that going to be out trying to find jobs and things like that. Places are going to be opening back up again if they did close. So that opportunity is going to be there for you when you finish this program. So, all right, that brings us to this week's assignment. So in the Haas program, we've wrapped up a lot of the CNC stuff now. So now they're just getting into some basic operator or machinist skills. So it's first one we're going to do is Chapter 7. It's basic blueprint reading. Should be pretty straightforward for you guys. I've had a semester and a half now blueprint reading, so you should be able to get through this one pretty quick. The next one, Chapter 8, goes into measuring tools. So you might have seen this video last semester. I think Jim uses it sometimes in his class, the machining fundamentals. So this one brings us back to our good friend Mark Terryberry from the Haas Tip of the Day videos. So I know you guys probably all miss him, but so this, again, it's a Haas Tip of the Day video. They've incorporated into the training program. They just, started the basics with rulers, 6-inch scales, how to use them properly, get into calipers, micrometers, a little bit on bore gauges. So some of the terminology on this one, this video is a little bit longer, around 23 minutes. So just pay attention to the terminology on it. Actually, one of the questions tripped me up, just describing something. I don't even remember what question it was, but it's the first one I've gotten a 90 on. So see if you can beat me on that one. I know quite a few of you have been acing these tests. So again, just pay attention to the terminology on that. It's a little bit longer, so I think I just started to zone out a little. I get a little bored with these videos sometimes myself, but I want to make sure I'm watching them to see what exactly they're talking about with you guys. So, but just lost my train of thought here. So just pay attention to the terminology on that one. Make sure it doesn't trip you up, and you'll be fine. And you guys have been getting through these pretty good. So that's about all I have for this week. So hope everybody's staying healthy and safe, and we'll see you next week.